are you? Thank you so much for being here. We're going to get to talking and chatting in a second. I was late because I had to jump on a battle. Oh gosh, it was such a good time. So that was a nice little way to start my morning. I love seeing my friends in the agency battling and connecting and growing, and they did it with each other. It was like awesome. They warms my little heart. Warms my little heart. So I love seeing it. And we were I was able to jump in really quickly. I was about to go live, y'all. I was here. I was here. I was all set up. I was like, it's time for me to go live. So, oh, I know. So, because with the agency, I have a computer screen and I always cut it on when I'm setting on my tablet for the YouTube. I cut on my screen and I just kind of do a quick check of who's live and just kind of get a lay of the land. Well, when I did it, my screen was set up. I was about to hit go live. I was like, wait a minute. So two of my people in the agency, they were live and they were about to battle. They were doing a little gameplay. And it was so cute. I was like, let me jump on to support because I had to flip between the two rooms. So it warmed my heart to see them live and battling. You know, many of the people in the agency, yes, good morning, by the way. Good morning, good morning. Many of the people in the agency are still a little intimidated by the whole battling and what does it mean and the whole gameplay and stuff. And I was too. In all fairness, in all fairness, um, but it's fun. It is a fun activity. It really is, and it's really cute. It's really a good way to kind of build community, and you get your community rallying behind you. For me, I had to flip between the two of them to support, and realize that one had to win, one had to lose. So I'm only able to support so much. So I was able to go between the two of them equally for the most part. And so yeah, it was fun. It's fun, and it's fun seeing people do stuff that's out of their comfort zone. That's something that they normally wouldn't do, and they did it with class, grace, and just a lot of levity and fun. So it was good. It was good. So that's how I started my morning. I like seeing that. I like seeing that from like an agency perspective too, because um, you said I'm battling sick. Oh, you're a different type of battle. Hello, friends that come in our room. Both of my dogs are here. Oh gosh, the whole house. Ooh, germs. Hello, friends. Welcome to the room. I am Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income Agency. I am a TikTok Creator Network agency. And so, what I do is help people live stream. That's my main goal. And monetize. Live stream, monetize, both of them. And so, ultimately, we're here, we're growing, the agency is growing. I'm so proud of all the effort that's happening. Everybody is doing it. It's awesome. So we will talk about live streaming. We're gonna talk about a couple of things because we're gonna talk about mindset, y'all. Well, that's where this conversation is gonna go. It's gonna go a little bit to mindset. Good morning, everyone coming into the room. I appreciate you being here. So here's the house rules, and my moderator, yes, Michelle Crochet, she is in the chat, so you can definitely connect with her if you are interested in getting support with optimizing your YouTube channel and coaching and helping you identify your brand for your target audience. You just heard me talk to you all as my target audience when I think about, okay, I'm here, I'm helping people live stream, and I'm helping the people who are nervous, scared, afraid, shy, all those things, and you're trying to figure out how do you do this, how do you get started. So that's why I said we're going to talk about mindset a little bit. But what I want you guys to keep in mind, I want you to like the live. I want you to comment so I know you're here. Say good morning, because YouTube is different from TikTok, and I'll talk about TikTok in a second, but it is different. So put a comment in the chat so I know you're here. And then also we're going to talk about, I want you to also subscribe to the channel. So if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and click that subscriber button. Hello, the Idea Barista. How are you, friend? Hey, Idea Barista, your hair is cute. I like your hair. I got a chance to peek in on you earlier too. You were on the screen earlier, and so you were live. So I love it. I was like, oh my god. So yes, make sure you subscribe and like the channel, and if you have not clicked that bell, click the bell so that you know when I go live and when I post content. I need to post content. I need to publish some lives too. You're welcome, friend. That was now. I love it, and it looks natural. Is it, or is it like me crochets? fine. But yeah, so it was super cute though. I love it. Um, so yes, so make sure you like the live, subscribe, and then comment so we all know you're here. We can engage. And so housekeeping, 18 years and older, TikTok, you got to be 18 years and older to go live. So we're talking about live streaming, we're talking about monetization. So that's the first thing. Also, keep your comments professional. So keep the comments professional. I know we have people from all over the world that will pop in and out, so we want to make sure we are connecting and engaging, but we are doing all things. No, I took a note from your bug laugh out loud. I did. You did it yourself. Ooh, I'm intrigued. I'm like, okay. Thank you so much. We're gonna keep this professional, friend. So yes, yeah, so we both did it at the same time. Michelle was like, no, I know Michelle gonna get it, but I'm gonna do it too. Hello, friends. How are you doing? Thank you for joining. We keep our comments. I just said we got to keep our comments professional. Excellent. I love that. Keep our comments professional and on topic. We are talking about live streaming. Okay. We're talking about learning how to live stream. We're talking about building your audience, building your brand, connecting with your community as you grow. So that's what we're talking about. I'm going to go on TikTok in a second because we're going to talk about mindset too. No, not today. Oh, tomorrow. I heard that. We are not about that. So the other day we are talking about our topic, yes. So let me know if you are new to my room. Go ahead and hit like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And again, this is all about us growing. Oh, and I hit, look at there, it's not a poop. I heard that. So we hit 550 subscribers. I meant to call that out. Look at that number. 550 subscribers. Hey, you know what? I said we're going to talk about mindset. So I'm going to go there because YouTube, you're going to be part of my mindset conversation, okay? So I'm going to go over to the TikTok side, but let me just be clear. 2 days ago, I missed it. Oh, Lord. She said 2 days ago you hit that. She's like, girl, that happened 2 days ago. You know what? Last time I looked at it was 548. So yeah, I missed something. I didn't go live yesterday, and you know, with my YouTube, I think I've been inconsistent. You said actually it's 5:51 on my screen. Okay, all right. Somebody just subscribed. All right, thank you, thank you, my subscriber, my new subscriber. How are you, friend? Put a comment in the chat to say I'm here. I did subscribe. But yes, yeah, that's what it's. So YouTube, I've been inconsistent with doing the 4. You said Monday you saw 550. Okay, look at you. Hey, look at a girl. I'm kind of proud of myself. But with that, it's about the perseverance. It's about consistency. I say it all the time. So I am going to be in my moment. So let me go on TikTok because I got stuff to say. So I got a whole lot to say, and I'm gonna go into the mindset of what are we doing here? What are we trying to achieve? And so that is that's important for you to kind of take note of that. Let's see, your girl. Let's see. I gotta set up a couple things. When I get on TikTok, I always gotta spend like a minute with the setup and stuff. But we're gonna get to talking and chatting. Put if you are new to the room and you're listening, go ahead and put something in the chat so we know that you're here. I want to make sure we're engaging. Now you need balance and watch. I know. That's the next phase. You say I know. We got to get that watch out time up. We're gonna talk about that. We got to figure it out. I gotta come up with a good solution, but yeah, we'll see. All right, let me get over here. Okay. Hello, TikTok. It is Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income Agency. Come on in. We're going to talk all things going live. Thank you for joining my live stream. I want to make sure I'm supporting all my people who are nervous, afraid, shy, scared with learning this app, going live, and monetizing. So we're going to talk all things TikTok and live streaming. So come on in. Let me know if you have any questions. This is for all my nervous, afraid, shy people. And we're going to get to talking and chatting. Thank you for joining as you come in. How you doing, Douglas? Appreciate you, friend. Thank you for coming in through that invite. I'm getting set up. You literally are my first person in the room, so I appreciate you. Good morning. How are you? Thank you for saying something, too. I appreciate that. Thank you for connecting and saying something. How you doing, Eric? I appreciate you coming in as well. All my friends joining the live. Give me 1 second. I'm going to get to talking and sharing out my live. That's what I'm going to do. So I spend the first couple minutes sharing out my live so people know I am live, and then they can join as well. And then I always share it out to different groups I belong to. So, and this is a quick little tip for my friends in the room. If you belong to groups, keep in mind, those are easily 25, 30. The max you can have in a group is 32 people on TikTok. But those are groups that you can send your live to. So those are touch points. Those are people who are ideally in the group, and they can join if they choose to. Now, sometimes it's so many comments coming that people kind of ignore those shares, but you actually are sharing out your live to real people. And so so that's what I'm doing now. And I want to make sure people who are interested in learning and growing with me, they can come on in as well. So make sure if you are new to my live that you tap the screen and share it out as well. And support the live stream, especially if you are a fan club member. Hey, how you doing, Coach Jesse? Come on in. I'm sorry, I was sharing out my live. I didn't see. I think Black Lotus, you came in as well. Look at your pals. Y'all came over. Thank you so much, friends. I see you guys coming in. My fan club. How you doing? You're Cynthia. Hello, friend. I had to think through how to pronounce your word name phonetically. Hello, Sultry Nana. How are you? Thank you for the daily heart me. Appreciate you. Skin Tea Spill. How are you, friend? Come on in. Thank you for the shares, the likes. Go ahead and share out the live. I appreciate your support. Appreciate everybody coming in, supporting the live host and this live stream. Hey, everyone. Happy, wonderful Wellness Wednesday. Yes. Love it, love it, love it. Come on and share out the live. I appreciate all the support, friends, especially my fan clubs and my super fans, okay? Thank you all, super fans. Welcome to the live room. So thank you so much, Janine. How are you? Come on in. Appreciate all these super fans flying in. Dr. Trish, thank you so much for coming in as well. So I was just sharing. So I'm going to get to talk in a second. Let me know, my super fans, if you guys have something in particular you want me to talk about, let me know. But your girl got a couple things to share that's on her mind. Okay? I got a couple things. I said it's going to be a mindset conversation because I think sometimes we need that. I was like, wellness. I was like, where's Dr. Lisa? Oh, you know what? I jumped over. So here's what happened. What had happened that hour. I was about to go live. I was going to be on time. I literally was going to be on time. Go ahead and vent out. I heard that. Thank you so much. Skin T said, go ahead and vent, girl. You have a lot of energy today. I know. I'm feeling a certain way. What had happened was So what had happened is that I was about to go live on my YT. You guys know I start there. Dr. Lisa, I have some upset subscribers. Oh, tell me what happened. I seen the YT notification. Oh, okay, you saw me go live over there. Because I was gonna go live and I was about to hit it. And I turn on, because what I do when I come in my room, I turn on my computer, I turn on my tablet, because I'm getting that all set up and I'm looking at you guys. I take a peek to see who's live right now. And I saw, cut on my computer, and Sequetta and Flourish about to battle. So I was like, what in the world? Now I gotta go over here. So I was like, so I had to jump on my phone and get into the rooms real quick and support. It was really sweet though. It was a good battle too. It was. I missed it. I didn't have a chance to say anything. I think I jumped in and it was like 2 minutes left in the battle. So I was like, okay, let me float between the two rooms and send some gifts. So it was super cute because I would have missed it. Like 2 minutes later, I would have missed the entire battle, but it was super cute. So Quetta won over Flourish. And let me say this out loud. Now I'm gonna get to venting. So I don't want to vent too quickly. But Flourish was doing a campaign. That's how that happened. because she had her room rally behind her. So I mean, again, I want you guys to hear that message over and over again, that the campaigns, those type of activities, you want to do that. That's another way to engage your community. Oh, that was her first. It was quite as technically her second battle, because she had battled favorite RT Nikki. They had done a battle before, so that was technically Quetta's very first. Now, Flourish been in these battle streets. She declined the first one I had to go to Flourish to rescind an invite. Oh, okay. She had declined at first. I told her not to decline because she had declined earlier in the week, and it just so happened I was in her room when she had declined it, and I looked at the screen and I was like, "Oh, Flourish invited you," because I heard her verbally say, "Oh, Flourish invited me," and I didn't have my computer on. And I was like, huh, why did she invite her? So then when I cut on the computer and look, I was like, oh, Flourish is trying to battle, because she ended up battling somebody else. I said, she was trying to battle you. Um, who was an accident? Oh, it was an accident. She declined it. Gotcha. Okay, so she did heed my warning. And I was like, Flourish, at the time, Flourish had like 60 people in her room. I was like, girl, you want to make sure you get that exposure and connection that way too. Yes, I meant Flourish. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so I said, you want to do that. Now today she didn't have as many people, so it was like an even level battle, but it was good. It was really good. So I'm pleased with them with trying that and stuff. So hey, Miss Darlene, how you doing? I appreciate you coming in. Thank everybody in the room. I appreciate you all joining and supporting. Let me know if you have any questions. I've been in these streets. I'm so proud of you guys, because you guys are doing it. It's interesting seeing throughout the day. It's like must-see TV. You guys have all types of topics and interesting things you're sharing and doing in your life. She hasn't come in yet, but I spent the moment. You guys probably saw me share it in the group chat. I am Bia. Bia, she changed her whole look. y'all need to go to her room. I was pleased with Bia. Bia's like, let me see. I'm taking notes. Yes, it is must-see TV. You go around these rooms, y'all are doing it. I'm so pleased with everybody. Oh, do we ask that? Okay, thank you so much, Michelle. I appreciate your friend. So yeah, you guys are doing it. Good morning, beautiful soul. How you doing, Divine Whispers? Hello. So keep coming in, sharing out the live. I got a chance to see my friend Black Lotus. Black Lotus had a whole little vibe going on. She was in the dark. she was she was doing her live where she was having this Black Lotus conversation. She's singing. She connected with folks. It was cute. It was her first live. You said you was up to midnight again. What? You was in the streets. I was up late too, y'all. Y'all saw where I sent an email, so I wanted to make sure I sent that out. So you guys got it fairly late from me. Thank you so, Jordana. We're gonna meet tomorrow. Tomorrow we're meeting. How you doing, Holly Q coming in? You guys got an email late from me because today is Wednesday, I'm doing my 6:30 conversation. So my newbies, we have a Zoom this evening. There we go, friend. Yes, we do. The answer to that is yes, Divine Whispers. We have a Zoom tonight. Hello, how you doing, friend? Yes, we do have a Zoom. I'm doing a Zoom because I want to make sure I touch base with all my newbies. We're going to talk a little bit. And thank you so much, Michelle. Appreciate you. And so I want to make sure I'm connecting with all of you guys. So we're going to chat. So let me say this, because I'm going to say this out loud, because I know there's a lot that is happening. And so that I will be there. Perfect. Because many of you guys are going live in the room. Many of you are doing it. So maybe I'm kind of preaching to the choir a little bit. Maybe this might be a conversation that's preaching to the choir. But I'm going to ask this question because I want you guys to do a self-evaluation. Okay? I want you to evaluate yourself in this, in terms of what have you been doing in 2025? Okay? Now that may be a question where you're going to have to really think through. What have you been doing in this year of 2025? Okay? And I'm doing this on purpose because I want you guys to see how you sit back and the mindset, how you talk to yourself, how you think about things can sometimes propel you forward or hold you back. Okay? Thank you so much, Holly Q. Hello, friend. How you doing, Skeetia? So, what have you been doing in 2025? That's that question. And I probably should have made it my board question because I really want you guys to evaluate what has happened in this year for you. What have you been doing? Okay, I created a new account. I thought I had enough followers to go live, but not yet. No, you need more than 2, friend. But you got live on this account. You should. Piles, thank you for those donuts. I appreciate your friend. So I asked that question because here's the mindset. And this, like I said, the mindset can either hold you back or bring you forward. And then let's talk about the people around you. They can either hold you back or bring you forward. Because we oftentimes tell ourselves we can't do something, and then they say, "Well, yeah, you can't do that. You're not capable of that. That's not something you should be doing. No, there's so many issues with that, or so many things that can go wrong." That's often our community, our core people, because sometimes they haven't imagined their wildest dreams yet. Okay, sometimes they haven't thought about things like that. Yeah, that's so true. And so I say that because guess what has happened? And I sent it last night just so that you guys can see. We got another 90-day extension. We got another 90-day extension. So this is going to bring us to December. So all the naysayers, all the people that were saying in January, oh, they're going to shut TikTok down. And then in April, oh, TikTok's going away. And then in June, yeah, TikTok ain't going to be here in June. Why should I start? And in September, well, what's going to happen when that closes? Oh, yeah, I ain't going to do nothing. There ain't no point in starting now. That's what I'm saying. That type of thinking, that type of mindset, that type of inaction will continuously hold you back. And so when I think about this year, I am so grateful that I allowed myself to do something I had never in my wildest dreams thought I would be doing. I don't know if I shared this out loud, but my 1 year anniversary on TikTok for my first account was just last week. 1 year ago, September 12th. That's when I did my very first post on the other account, not this account. This account, I gotta look. I think it's like November, late October, November. So I gotta look it up. You gave me a great topic for my live. Y'all can take this, whatever y'all need. I think a 24-hour dart would have brought new people. It could have, but at the end of the day, the people who are here, we realize there's something special here. Too much money to be made. It's not going nowhere. But why are they trying to shut it down? Or is this just another discussion? It's another discussion. They trying to figure out how they can make it work for them. The big they. It ain't about us. It's about them. So yeah, that's it. Oh man, I missed what you said. Did you really? I said don't let people or your mind hold you back from doing what you think you could do. Okay? Now, we're going to talk about mindset, and then we're going to talk about the things you need to be doing, because that's the next step to this conversation. Because oftentimes we're waiting for, like you said, I'm still here. We waiting for other people to hand it to us. We waiting for other people to tell us what to do, and we're not taking the action. We're not doing the research. We're not learning and growing. We're not willing to sit and be patient and, again, take the action while we're being patient. So that's the other part of this. Because oftentimes we think, oh, it's going to be a quick win, quick fix. Everything's going to come instantly. Oh, it's not going to be some ups and downs. That's not the case. That's not the reality of this. So you got to be willing to deal when the downs are happening as much as the ups. You got to be willing to sit in it. You got to be willing to be consistent. You got to be willing to be persistent. And so that's the problem. A lot of times we think, oh, well, it's going to be handed to me and I'm going to have all the answers and everything. No, sometimes you got to do the research. Sometimes you got to explore things yourself. Sometimes you got to figure it out on your own. Sometimes you got to sit with somebody and learn and take notes. They won't shut down because they're, oh yeah. We know. I mean, many of the people in this room, we've been around the block a long time. So we know. I don't need to preach to many of us in the room because we understand how things go. And at the end of the day, yeah, this is a big venture, okay? So this is not just gonna go away. They're gonna have to figure this out. And we at the stage where they're trying to figure it out. But in the meantime, what are you gonna do? You gonna wait till they figure it out? You just gonna sit back and just twiddle your thumbs? or are you going to take that action? You say you preaching today. Drop it. Oh man, I need to hear this today. I know. I have said that to that I tell people, shut out, shut out the critics. That's it. Shut them out. I'm working so hard. I'm working, so I'm not in and out. There we go, Fred. Yes, so true. Yeah, that's it. So I mean, we're always kind of wondering what next and what's going to happen and all this other stuff. And at the end of the day, you got to still take the action. Happy Wednesday, friend. You got to take the action. Thanks for your encouragement. You're welcome. I love motivational messages. This is the best team meeting ever. But that fell on me because okay, let me say this, y'all. Okay, I'm transparent, and I could say this for Zoom, but I'm gonna say this for the I'm gonna say it on the TikTok streets so people know. Take the action. Take the action. I'm gonna say it on TikTok streets because a part of this conversation came for two reasons. Obviously, the 90-day extension. Get it? Great. I've been telling y'all. Like my 5-year-old, he'll say, "Mommy, I told you so." I was like, "You ain't tell me nothing." So that's his newest thing. I told you so, mommy. But the reality is, I did tell. I've been saying this for quite some time. So this to me, like, okay, now we got proof in the pudding. So we have it. So now I don't need to say it no more. Y'all got it. 90 more days. Okay. Hello, friends. But yes, you sure did. You said yes, you sure did. But I mean, many people have been saying it. But the problem is in these TikTok streets, you got people who trying to go viral by jumping on a trend of being a critic or naysayer or whatever the case may be, and people are high anxiety too, and they're like, "Oh, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen?" And at the end of the day, I'm like, "Okay, you know what? Hey, been here, done that. Yeah, this ain't going nowhere." So I don't have the same energy, and when people come in and ask the questions, I'm not trying to be dismissive. I'm not trying to ignore, but at the end of the day, I don't want to feed into that anxiety about what will happen when all of it is speculation at this point, is rumors. And so once we have information, then I'll say, okay, here's what the information is. But at the end of the day, what I can say is my intuition is saying, this ain't going nowhere. It's too much happening here. And as much as the media or other people want to make it seem like they're still 12-year-olds running TikTok, it ain't. We're proof of that. It ain't. So just recognize that this is a process that we're just enduring. But at the end of the day, yeah, they give it another extension. And so now what are you gonna do? Hey Sarah, do you think wearing a dark color makes it easier to see the screen? You're like, it does. To answer that question really quickly, yes. Like when the white parts blend and all this other stuff when I have this type of shirt on. So it is a little challenging. My brown skin helps me see see the screen. Yes, fear mongers. Yes, that's it. Yes. So let's see. Hold on one second. It's annoying. Yes, it is. It is. The people obviously jumping on trends that had nothing to do with their content is annoying me too. Yes. Fear facts are our friends. Yes. So the second part of this, TikTok's not going anywhere. Too much money on both sides. Yes, they're gonna keep negotiating. They will. They will. That's the reality. That's exactly what's gonna happen. They're gonna have to keep negotiating because again, the whole conversation about going dark. They did that as a test run, and I get it. January made sense to do that, but April didn't. June it didn't. September didn't. And it won't happen in December. So just recognizing that this is a process that we're in, and I don't want you to hold back from going forward and being persistent because you're worried about the future. Okay, we can't do that. That's not what we're doing here. I knew an Amazon partner we weren't going to go anywhere. That actually was a trigger for me too. I was like, okay, now they really thinking strategically. I'm doing what I can today, not when I can't tomorrow. I heard that. Thank you, Frank. You're welcome. And so I just want you guys to keep persistence. The other part of this card, okay, TikTok sent me something. Okay, what TikTok sent you? TikTok sent you something? What they sent you? Thank you all for coming in. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for the likes and the shares. Continue to like and share the live out. I appreciate that. And if you are new to my room, I am Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income Agency. I am a creator network agency. And so we are talking all things TikTok, talking all things live streaming. And then we talk about, you said reset my goal. Thank you, friend. We talk about ways to monetize in different ways on this app. So I want you to be intentional about monetization as well. And so whether that's TikTok shop, whether that is your subscriptions, your super fans, your subscriptions on your content and your super fans, whether that is going live, should be going live if you're talking about the agency. So just recognize that that's what we're here for. We're here for growth. That brings me to part 2 of this conversation. I joined a creator pilot program. Can you explain that a bit? Do I need that? Yes, I think you should. I think that's another stream of passive income. Yeah. So you definitely want to add it if you have some things, especially as you figure out your topic and you add products that relate to your topic. Is there a difference between subs and superfans? Yes, there is a difference. Superfans content sub is superfans. I'm sorry, superfans is your live stream. Subs is your content. They just split them out. Superfans is here. There's one subscription here. It's called Superfans, and that's what's offered. It's one flat fee. Right now we're in transition, but right now it's one flat. I say we're in transition because some people are paying the old fee if they purchased it before Superfans launched on Monday. So the flat fee is $9.99. Everyone, every day is another new way to slay. I love that. I didn't join. It just asked me to join. Can I just do that in a video, or I have to do live too? You can do either or both. So it's all up to you in terms of how you do it. Or you could do neither and tell people to go to your showcase. So you got multiple options. Or you could take the link from products in your showcase and put them in text messages or other social media platforms. Yeah. So you got multiple options to make money. Yeah. What is subs now? Subs is your content. So sub only videos, sub only groups. Let me get to this. So hello friend, thank you for joining. Here's what I was gonna say. Let me say this real quick, and then I'll talk about any procedural stuff or operational stuff that you want me to talk about. I'm totally fine with the learning part. Back to my mindset. I want you guys to recognize at the end of the day, if you are gonna be successful, you have to put the time, effort, and energy in being successful. An agency can't make you successful if you don't do the work, if you don't show up, if you don't look to learn and grow your live stream, if you don't make the necessary tweaks and changes for people to want to come to your live stream. An agency is just essentially protection if you get violated, if you get a violation or banned, if you don't listen to the training, listen to the feedback, or seek more understanding so that you can be successful. You got to do the work. So I say that because I want to manage expectations. I don't want people to say, oh, I'm with an agency, and all of a sudden you got hundreds and hundreds of people in your room. People are in your room because they want to be in your room. People are in your room because you set up your room to be inviting and connecting with folks, and your energy brought them. People are in your room because maybe you did some training, you understand how the app works or how your topic is important for that viewer. People are in the room because you did the work. So people aren't in your room. You got to think about, what am I doing? You got to look at yourself. Just like you're looking at yourself in this live stream, you got to look at yourself. I say that because I heard some stuff that I didn't necessarily care for in terms of how people were thinking of agencies or even this agency. And so I say that because I want to make sure people understand, if we go through this next 90 days, how do I transform? I meaning you. I meaning me. You know, how do you transform what you're doing? How do you set yourself up for success? How are you going to think differently about your live stream so that you can be successful? Or are you just going to wait for another 90 days to go by and you keep doing the same things that you were doing? Faith without works is dead. Go ahead, Janine. Got to put the work in for sure. Yeah, absolutely. I love this agency. Makes sense. I love that. Thank you so much. But But I want to be clear about that, because I don't want you guys to go back and be like, oh, you said you preaching. Because I don't want you guys to go back and be like, oh, well, 90 days went by and you still got 2, 3 people in your room or nobody in your room. What's going to happen? You're going to be disillusioned. You're going to be upset. You're going to be trying to figure out what else. But it's important for you to do the work. I can't open up your brain and pour information in your brain. You got to do the research. You must do the work. Yes, you must do the work. Good talk, Dr. Lisa. God meets you halfway. Work your God-given purpose, everyone. That's it. That's it. Yeah. I mean, you can't make shady comments and then all of a sudden be like, oh, well, I thought the agency was gonna. No, it gotta be you. You gotta do the work. You gotta show up. You gotta be consistent. You gotta be persistent. You gotta transform what you're doing. I give you all the information. Go back and look at your recordings. If you look at your live and you like, oh, would I want to sit in this live? Then that should be telling. You know what I'm saying? So, a great example, and her live was beautiful today. She just started her live. I think she's probably in the first couple of days of going under the agency. I think she had probably done some live on a different account previously. But I sent her live this morning. You go on her live, aesthetically it was beautiful. Beautiful. Inviting. It was zen. Because that's what she had named it. But just recognize that was a transformation. And she said it. She said, I looked at my live and I realized I didn't need to be in the middle of the screen. I needed to change it. And I told her that too. But at the end of the day, that's what this is all about. You take the information, you do the evaluation, you assess, and you figure out where the gaps are. Is the gaps in your knowledge base? Is the gaps in your aesthetics and how your live looks? Is the gap in what you are saying to your audience and how you're communicating to them? Think about it. Think about where your gaps are, and then how do you improve on that? Okay. So I say that because I don't want this next 90 days to be something where you're sitting back and like, oh well, what? Oh my gosh, I can't believe. No. I want you to think about 2025. What have you been doing all year long, and how are you going to change things? Okay. Is 2025 a year where you are really going to be in transformation? Or are you just going to keep letting things pass you by? Just like we just saw. All these different moments where, you're so welcome, thank you, Dr. Peg. All these different times and opportunities where you could have jumped into the game, but you were sitting back waiting. And now you're here. And now what you're going to do. Okay? So that's what this talk was about. I just wanted to make sure I said that because we're at a crossroads here. And at the end of the day, we got 90 more days. And so what are we going to do differently? Okay? And even energy isn't enough. You need systems and community. That's where so much value is. Yes, you do. You need to build that community. You need to build that community. Oh my gosh, you need to build that community. If I can say that over and over again. Because at the end of the day, the agency is partial community. But let's be real. Not everybody is for everybody. I'm just going to say that. And I will say that over and over again. Not everybody is for everybody. Okay? Whether that means your topic don't align with their interests, and they're like, okay, well that's good. Or if they mean like, you know what, I don't know necessarily want to go to that live stream. Maybe I like the topic, but maybe I don't want to go to that live stream. Maybe I'll go to somebody else's. So again, just realize you need to build your community. You need to find your people who you're going to build. Many of you guys got multiple communities. Y'all rocking and rolling. Y'all got a community over here that supports. Y'all got the agency support. Y'all got other folks that come in and support. That's what it's supposed to be like. You said I was in Miss Treetop. She is. I love her live. I see her here. Mrs. Treetop live. She does great. Yep. That's it. And so you're building and finding your community. I am bringing out the whiteboard teacher style. There we go. So true. So I just wanted to say that. So I want to make sure I said that to you all because I don't want you guys to go back. Even in the agency, yeah, so true. So true. Yeah. So I want you guys to realize, this is your opportunity to be transformative. You could go into 2026 killing the game, but it's up to you in terms of how you do it. Have an awesome day today. Going live at 10 a.m. to 12 noon Central Time. Yeah. Thank you so much, E-Nurse. I appreciate your friend with the populace. Yes, that's it. Okay, so just realize that that's something you want to pay attention to. I don't want you guys to be in a situation where you're looking back and you're saying, "I wish I would have." You don't want that. Thank you so much for the donuts. You don't want that. You don't want to be the wish I would have person. It ain't it ain't fun to be that person. Okay, that's not a good experience. That's not a good feeling to say, "I wish I would have." Okay. So this is your opportunity. Your opportunity to think differently about what you're doing. I needed this pep talk. Thank you. Yep. You said no. You don't want to be that. You don't want to be on that side of the conversation. I wish I would have. Oh man, I could have been doing, or I could have made, or I could have had this if I would have. You don't want that. It's death of a dream. It is. It is. It absolutely is. And so if there is anybody in your community in your ear that is telling you negative talk, helping you, and you think they're helping you, then be careful. Okay. So I say that, yes, this is much needed. I say that because not everybody is looking out for your best interest. Okay. So if you are in a situation where people are not helping you rise and elevate, then you got to think about what you're doing. You might need to get rid of the people around you. You might need to reevaluate that. Okay? And if you are the mindset that says, and now I'm probably about to offend some people because I want to be clear about this. And this is my feelings about things in life and stuff. I am a person where sometimes you need to make a radical change to see yourself to the next level. Okay? So let me explain what I mean by that. You guys know I love my 9 to 5. You know I love my 9 to 5. Now many of y'all gonna be like, whoa, what you saying, Doc? I'm a person that says, you know what? God, we want to talk about faith. My faith is stronger than my fear. That's the type of mindset I have. My faith is stronger than my fear in everything I do. Now, granted, it was a little calculated because obviously there's a financial conversation I had to have with my husband, and we sat back and we evaluated and we tried to make sure we were making a calculated decision, but my faith was stronger than my fear. Okay? You said God is awesome. So, with that in mind, I'm a strong believer in God directs my path. And I'm here. I'm doing this. Thank you for the daily harmony. I'm here. I'm doing this because, again, my faith is stronger than my fear. And I will be fine. My family will be fine. I'm going to continue to show up. I'm going to continue to elevate. I'm going to continue to grow because that is what I know I can do. Again, my faith is stronger than my fear. So all the stuff that people tell you that you should be doing, that you need to do, such as a 9 to 5, and kind of operate in that way, I was like, you know what? I'm not doing it. I'm good. Been there, done that. Been there, done that for a couple decades now. Probably close to 3, if I do all the math correctly, And so just recognizing that, been there, done that, and now I want to do things on my terms, do things differently because my faith is stronger than my fear. So I know that's not conventional thinking, but at the end of the day, that's how I've operated. And my faith has been stronger than my fear since January. Actually, I got to go back to September because I made a conscious decision to come on this app. Made a conscious decision to engage in this way. Made a conscious decision to go on YouTube. And we were just talking about YouTube where I started on the YouTube and building and co-streaming, doing this live stream here on both channels in April. I probably should have started in March, but it started in April where I had 50 subscribers. Today, I have 551 subscribers. My faith is stronger than my fear. Now, am I killing the game? No. But at the end of the day, I'm way further than I ever imagined I would be from April to September. Because I'm showing up. I'm being consistent. I'm doing the work. I'm putting the hours in. I'm making this something that I want to sit back and say, okay, I am doing this because this is going to bring who knows what opportunities my way. The sky is the limit in this situation. But if I sit back and say, well, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that, I can't do this, oh my gosh, all the things that hold us back, whether that's people, whether that's our mindset, or whether that's circumstances. So I say that, and I know that ruffles people's feathers a little bit because they're like, well, I'm 9 to 5, I gotta do my job, gotta have it. True, to a certain extent. But what if you didn't? What if you thought differently? What if you tried to do something where you transitioned yourself away from that? So, but that takes time, effort, and you putting in the work. A lot of people don't think that way. She left the plantation. Yes, I did leave the plantation. I literally worked on the plantation too, y'all. So that's a whole nother conversation. Fear, false evidence appearing real. There we go. That's it. I love that. That's exactly what it is. Facts. This is inspiring. You're welcome, friend. I appreciate you being here. Reframe. That's it. Thank you for that. Level up cake. Look at you, friend, leveling up in the room. Wow, amazing. I was wondering if you did full time. Yeah, I do full time. I'm here. My husband's like, Lord, girl. Because y'all see the emails coming. The emails be coming at like 12:30, 1 o'clock. I was like, okay, let me do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm holding myself accountable, and I'm trying to show that I'm committed to you all as much as I want y'all to be committed to y'all. So yes, he does. That's why I'm here. I'm praying for years to build something of mine. Yes. Fearless is now. We access power and growth. Amazing opportunities can happen for us. Yes, I love that. I'm glad to hear you say this. Yes, you got me jumping out of my seat. Amen. TikTok gave us the flash code too. TikTok gave us some roses. So we'll do the roses, y'all. TikTok said, I'm going to be nice to you. Thank you, Natalie. TikTok said, I'll be a little nice. I ain't going to give you that little dreaded heart me. This is amazing. I appreciate you guys. I want us to be great. That's the thing. I want us to be great. And if y'all great, cream rises to the top. That's just facts. And so if y'all great, then I'm great. So that's what this is all about. I want you guys to be great. So we gotta think about this strategically and like, how do we do this? How do we put in the work? How do we make the effort? I don't want y'all to sit back and be like, well, TikTok gonna close. Well, TikTok, oh my gosh, ain't no point in starting. Oh my gosh. You can't think that way. And as you know, you get better at this with time and practice. I'm not telling you guys nothing you don't know already. You're up so late these days. I hope you're doing self-care and getting rest too. I do. I take naps, y'all. I get some naps in. My husband, so it's funny. Here's the funny part. So Monday, he took the day off. He had our water heater had to be replaced. So he took the day off so the guys could come in, and he was here for that process. So I was sitting on my phone. I was watching y'all. And so there's sometimes when I don't have mid-afternoon meetings, there's sometimes I'll sit on the sofa and I will just take a nap. So I was sitting on the sofa and I was scrolling. Oh, I know what I was doing. I actually have to redo my hair at some point, so I was buying some hair, y'all. I was on Amazon. So that's where I was at. So I was looking to see what I wanted to get. And I was scrolling through that, searching what I needed. And he was talking. He was having this whole conversation with me. And you know how you sit on the thing, you scroll and your eyes get heavy. I was going to take my nap. I would have taken my nap. And so he laughed. It was like this funny moment. He was like, am I messing up your time? I said, yeah, you are messing up my me time. This is my alone time. I usually take my nap now. He was like, oh, okay. Then I just quit talking. Naps are great. They work. They are great. Going live today, we'll holla. All right, Sharella. So he messed up my time on Monday. So Monday I didn't get my nap in. Everyone drop a rose if you can. Yes, yes, we got the flash goal. 18 more if you are if you can support the flash goal. I would appreciate it. We need 8 more roses. Yes, I appreciate that. Um, we need the naparazzi. Yes. Thank you all. I appreciate the roses. We're gonna try to get that flash goal if we can. Thank you for that, Dr. Trish. I appreciate you. So hopefully in an hour. You said hopefully in an hour you're gonna go live, or we talking about nap? Which one you doing? But yeah, we'll see. Today might not be a nap day, but that's okay. I'm fine. I'm gonna finish my coffee in a little bit. I had a cup already, so I should be fine. Yes, you're gonna go live in about an hour. All right, thank you so much. Appreciate the service bio. Let me know if you have questions, friend. If you are interested in the agency, it's actually the link in the corner. There's a little link in this left corner that you're gonna click if you want to join the agency. And I can share more about the agency and the service we offer. We talked about the Creator Pilot Program a bit, requirements, benefits, and what it looks like. Absolutely, absolutely. Coach Chantel, thank you so much for being here. Nika Grace, let me understand something. You got access, so that's right. You got invited. So thank you so much, Quetta. Appreciate your friend. Looking at your battle was fun. I saw you guys on the screen. I was like, oh my gosh, I need to jump over. So it was good to see you both guys battle it out. And thank you, Kim, for the populace. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. You said I did accept. Wanted to talk to you first, but they invited. Okay, well, we need to accept. We're gonna have you accept. Yes, no reason not to accept. You absolutely want to accept. Who all is doing? I see you on the screen. I am Yolanda. Who in the chat is doing signed up for her box battle? Let me know. I want to make sure you guys get that experience too. So that'll be great if you could sign up for that if you're interested, especially my people who are fairly new, still trying to figure out the whole in front of the camera. What does this look like? How do you share your message? That type of stuff. Yes, thank you for joining, helping me out. Really, really appreciate it. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you, Luna. So those who are in here, you said, do we need 10K to be paid for content in agency? No. Well, okay, let me understand something. 10K content, you said in agency. Let's scratch out the word agency because that has nothing to do with agency. 10K allows you to get into, it is a video gifts. Video gifts you can get at 10K followers. You also potentially can get into what's called the Creator Rewards Program. But that is a combination of factors. That's the 10K followers, as well as having over 100,000 views on your content per month. So there's a combination of factors there to get into that program. And then you get paid for content that is eligible for the Creator Rewards Program, meaning that it has to be over 60 seconds, 61 seconds or more, as well as so many views on that video. So it has to be a viral video really for it to be worth your time and effort from a payment perspective. But 10K followers automatically turns on the video gift. So people can give you gifts for your video content. So that is a way to get paid. But the agency has nothing to do with that. So I just want to make sure I didn't confuse the agency piece to that. So yeah, so that's just anybody with content. Okay, so Nika Grace, couple things you do want to accept. So here's, let me understand your question. Are you just asking from a fundamental perspective, like should you accept the TikTok shop creator pilot program? The answer is yes. And like I said, the yes is because obviously you can have a showcase and you can have products in your showcase and people can buy from your showcase, whether you do a video or go live with it at all. You can talk about a product. I can talk about my clip-on light and my showcase is in there because I know Black Lotus was looking for it. So yeah, I can have that and just talk about it and people can click my profile, go to my showcase and purchase the light if they wanted to. So I don't have my shopping bag on, I don't have anything like that, but I'm just telling you what's in my showcase. So that's one way to do it. If you are looking to do video content, you can post the link to certain products and talk about a product in a video. Or again, you can add the shopping cart and talk about a product in your live. Oh, how do we get paid with agency? How do you get paid with agency? You go live and you keep growing and you keep learning, and I teach you how to monetize, I teach you how to host, I tell you all the things that you need to do. So paid with agency. Agencies offer you protection if your account gets violated, if there's a violation or ban. Agencies go in and request for your account to get renewed. Agencies also, my agency, and all agencies operate differently, but my agency is a little bit more hands-on with providing training and support. So when it comes to getting paid, if you're doing some of the things I'm sharing, you should see an increase in your diamonds. You should see an increase in your engagement. You should see an increase in overall rewards that you earn. So that's how it happens. Back up for the flash go. Back up for the flash go. Yes, we need 2 more roses. Luna, thank you so much. Loving it. Appreciate you. Yes. Okay, so this is how we get a showcase. I had no idea I could get this early. I thought it was 55K. No, it's how you get a showcase. Now, not every product is going to be eligible for your showcase because you don't have 5K. You don't have unlimited access. So, and because of that limitation, TikTok will limit how many videos you can do. You only could do, in most cases, 5 videos a week and 3 shoppable lives a week. And then there's certain products that are not eligible for people with the Creator Pilot Program. You have to have unlimited access. So there are some products you will not be able to add to your showcase. But for the most part, you get a showcase, you get all the products added to your showcase. Or you can add products to your showcase, certain products. I'm going to do a vid for my new content. Hold on one second. What was that? Oh no, Alec, I missed your comment. Give me 1 second. And she will, how you doing? I saw you wrote a comment too. For my new content creation planner because I love it so much. Okay, friend. You're so sweet. So I'm going to do a video on my product. Yes, you should. You should do multiple videos on your product. I love it. Yes, friend. Definitely share with the people. Hey, let me say that. I'm going to write that down because I want to go back to that. That is so important. Hold on a second because I'm going to get back to it because y'all want me to talk about stuff. Okay, I wrote a thought down. I wanted to make sure I said. Okay, so and then she wrote, you said, Mass my colleagues have bought through my showcase to help me rebuild after caregiving. Yeah, that's it. Loving it. Yep. So do we achieve the flash goal? Thank you so much, you all. Thank you so much. We got it. Appreciate you all. Yes, taking care of mama with dementia wipes me out financially. Woo, I know, friend. I know. Yeah, I call it the circle of life. Ooh, Lord. Okay. This is great information. You are so welcome. Thank you so much. You are so welcome, friends. All right, let's see. Some of y'all came in later and I was going in. I'm not going to apologize because I'm sorry I'm not sorry. Sorry I'm not sorry, okay? But I just wanted to make sure we all are on the same page. I might even go back to some of those comments that I said earlier and post the content. So I might even go back just so that I can share this with you all. Like, I just want you guys to kind of really, really make sure that you are focused on your goals and you are growing. It also seems hard to get samples. Yes, it is challenging to get samples. They want to see that you have sales. Yeah. And so a lot of sellers are doing the refundable samples, making it so that you actually have to buy the sample first, buy the product first, and then if you get a sale, then you can get your money refunded. So goal achieved. Thank you so much, friends. Thank you, Trisha T. Amanda, how are you? Thank you for joining. How do you delete products from your showcase? You got to go into you got to go into your TikTok shop, the TikTok shop icon under monetization, and you got to go under manage showcase, and that's what you do. You don't do it from the showcase on your profile. You actually have to go to the back end to manage showcase, and then I think there's 3 dots next to each product. Click that, and I think you can delete it that way. I think that's how it looks. Oh, it's from TikTok shop, not mine, I wish. Okay, gotcha. Oh, okay, gotcha, your product. Okay, yeah, but you still got to talk about it. So yeah, I love the energy and Haliku's live. Yes, I love how Haliku's like, yes. I find myself detangling my hair at times too. love it though. It's so cute. She's like, let me tell y'all, when she gets to really doing this, y'all, she's about to give it. Y'all about to hear it. Because she's like, look here, I'm in my flow. So y'all need to understand what the 92% ain't going to be doing. Okay. And wait a minute, I so relate with what Halaku says because I was the person who was what is that? What was that? Marked with love, okay. You all see me. Yes. Halaku, I can so relate with your life because I was like, Lord, that's how I was. When I told y'all I was done, my fear was not gonna overtake my faith. I'm good. I'm good. I'm done with the 9 to 5. Now I probably traded in for like the 7 to 2 o'clock a.m. 7 a.m. to 2 o'clock a.m. But that's okay. He said I love his agency so much. Oh, so, but hey, that's what I chose to do. But I did it on my terms. I'm doing it on my terms. And I'm not beholden to somebody else, making me show up in a way that I don't think is authentic all the time or in a way I don't want to. So that's why I'm doing this, because this is what I want to do. And now I'm doing it on my terms. So thank you so much for sharing the live. So I feel you, Halaku. Preach to the people. Make sure they understand that they could do something different. Appreciate you. The 92%. Love it. Exactly. All right, friends. Yep, women are getting better about living on their terms. That's it. And obviously there's a certain level of wisdom and understanding that comes with having to do that for so many years. Thank you. And at some point you say enough is enough. And so I think that's probably where I've arrived, and I get it. At some point you got to kind of play the game for a little bit until you get to a point where you can say I'm done. But you just need to make sure that you are doing that sooner rather than later. If you got people who can help you and get you there quicker, you're at an advantage. You just are. And so take advantage of that time, that opportunity, and the people around you that's going to pour into you and support you. Okay. Thank you so much. I see you. Hi, Sultry Nana. Appreciate you who have come to support my electronic shop live. There you go, friend. I love it. Okay. Let me say this comment. So, Tanika Grace, did I say enough about shop? What do you need, friend? Let me know if there was something else you need to know about shop. And let me know if there's any other questions that come up. Kind of procedural questions, operational questions. I'm happy to answer that. Mindset. I'm going to go back to my mindset conversation. Is Superfan same as subscription? Subscription is the overarching program. Okay? Superfan is an upgraded, a change in the subscription program, technically. So you have subscriptions for your content. So when you think about subscriptions, you're thinking you should probably just kind of keep in mind you're really focusing on content when you say the word subscription. Superfans is the subscription for your live stream. Okay? So those are Superfan subscribers. So Superfans is live stream subscription. And it's under the fan club. That's where you get access to it. So the subscription's overarching. You got regular subscription for content. You got Superfan for your live stream. That's the way you should look at it. Working on getting this last thing 300 so I can finally get unlimited videos. Okay. I feel your friend. Yes, gonna need help adding my showcase and linking to videos when after I accept. Okay, yes. Let's talk. Yeah. So after you accept, let's talk about it. I don't want to kind of confuse you by trying to share it now and you're still trying to figure out how to accept and do all that process. So I'm happy to make that a topic for, I don't know if you do it in between now and 4 o'clock. I could talk about more at 4 o'clock. I'm happy to do that. So thank you so much. I see you guys. Thank you, Miss Darlene. Can I go back and retroactively add links to videos or just moving forward? After you accept it to the program moving forward. Yeah, you're not in the program, so none of those videos you can add links to. So, yeah, after you accept to be in the program, it's a moving forward conversation. Yeah. I made great sales. They're still ignoring all that work. Oh, Lord. Okay. Well, you did get some sales, so you got some commission, so that's good. It's not totally ignored. So, but yeah, I get you, friend. You like, I want to be unlimited, so I got you. It'll happen. It'll happen soon. Um, Other thing I want to talk about. So we talked about mindset. We talked about we got 90 days. 90 days. I don't want to hear y'all. If y'all come back to me in December and y'all talking about what's gonna happen to TikTok, what you think is gonna happen? I'm gonna tell you the same thing. I'm gonna tell you today. Nothing. Okay. Nothing. Keep moving forward. Don't worry about that situation. Don't let it consume you. Don't let it hold you back. Don't let it live rent free in your head and make you overthink, overanalyze, and not do anything. Overanalysis becomes paralysis. Don't let it do it. Okay? I don't let that worry me. So, can we all agree we are not going to ask that in December? Okay? Can we all agree? Drop some hearts in the chat for me that we will not be asking that in December. Okay? We just gonna keep moving forward, okay? We are not gonna worry about all the powers that be and what they need to decide on to make this a permanent deal, okay? Because they gonna figure it out. I had a great live history, history lab. Okay, history lab. This AM is shared great trust framework. I love that. Yes. Okay. So we all in agreement. I need to screenshot this. That nobody in this room right now, whether you're in the agency or not, you will not come back and ask me that question. Speaking of TikTok not leaving, I got invited to go to beta testing. Did you really for the Mac? Did you get it? You got it? Awesome. Pals, let's talk. Because I want to make sure I know what to expect. Congratulations, friend. Awesome. You saw how my live went down today. I did. Well, what had happened? I said earlier is that I saw you in Sequetta on my screen. About the battle screen was up. I was like, what? I was like, let me jump over because I was literally about to go live. I haven't gotten an invite. You didn't get an invite? Oh, I didn't get one either. But I don't think I did it correctly because my daughter's Mac. So I did it from my phone. Remember, they told you to do it from a computer too. If you saw the invite instructions. So I did it from my phone, and I think I didn't send the right information. And my daughter's Mac is broken. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll get it. If they invite me, I'll get it fixed. But I'm not going to get it fixed. It's the beta testing. What is the beta testing? So hello, friend. How are you? Thank you for joining the live. All my friends who are joining in, Anita, how are you doing? Thank you for joining the live. TikTok is running a beta test for Live Studio to offer it on Macs. Currently, it's not offered on Macs, so they're doing a beta test for the Mac. And so, people in the agency, I sent them the people who have Macs in the agency. I sent them the invite to sign up, and apparently, one person got accepted. House got accepted. Wait, I did get it. Oh, yay! Are we doing a tutorial? What you mean? You did get it, Q? You got the Mac beta too? You got accepted? Let me check my email. Did I get accepted? Maybe I did. Let me check. I haven't checked my email today. Y'all just seeing this? Let me know. Did y'all just see it? Let me see. I don't think I got accepted, y'all. Because like I said, I didn't do it correctly. Oh, no, I did get an invitation. Oh, shoot, I did. I did get it too. I got it too. I didn't realize I put this email. My other email I put. Okay. Where do you apply? So she will. Her merchant. Same person. I sent it to a handful of people who told me they had Macs that were in my live. So if you do have a Mac, send me an inbox message and I'll send it to you. I'll forward you the same invite I sent to them. So not everybody in the agency got it because not everybody has Macs. So I just sent it to people who I wanted to make sure if somebody in the agency got in it, that would be great. I got it 8 hours ago. Okay, yeah, it did. It came at 2:47 a.m. Lord, man, China, y'all. So I don't think they're in the U.S. They over there. That was regular morning time for them. Yeah, we should check. So yeah, anybody who applies should check. So like I said, it was probably about a good there was a good 10 people I sent it to. So she will let me know. If you didn't have a Mac, you didn't tell me you had a Mac, you didn't get it from me. So it was just a few people who got it. Would you check my app status? Oh, you know what, Kat? You were on my topic. I met with my CM rep. I mentioned a creator that was having trouble, and I was talking about you. I'm gonna send me a message so I don't forget to send you a message. Say, can you check for me? And I'm gonna check for you, and I'm gonna respond back for your message. So send me a message in the inbox so I can check. But if it works, that's great. If it doesn't work, she said that I can send her a message on your behalf and just see if she can see what's going on. Okay, so that may be the next step. I'm gonna have to send it to her to see what's going on with your account. So okay. So yeah, Left Out Loud, you and I was the first asking about Stream Key for Max. You told me to be patient. Her merchant, you know I didn't remember that, baby. I didn't remember that, friend. Between then and now, I did not remember that. But I appreciate you. So I will send you the invite. I will remember that. But I did not remember that. There has been too many moving parts, friend. But I appreciate you. You said, you remember? I'm putting you on my paper right now. Okay, so I will send it to you. You said you didn't get it? Okay, Dr. Trish, you didn't get it? You filled it out too, friend? Good morning. How you doing, nurse? Patrice, appreciate your family. Let's level up. Level up together. Shop with me. Shameless plug. I see you, friend. Okay. I see you asking. Okay. So let me talk about the next thing. So next topic, real quick. So let me know if there's any other conversations I need to have. So my friends who are here, let me say this real quick. When it comes to this beta test, my daughter's Mac don't work. So I'm not gonna be able to do it. So I'm gonna rely on my Mac people. So my Mac people, and I'm not a Mac girl, no way. So I really don't want to have to learn how to do the Mac. I'd rather have Live Studio on my PC. So I just want to talk about. I want to learn from you all. You guys are gonna, whoever gets in, you're going to train and educate our community. Her merchant, I'm actually setting up my computer right now to make sure I send it to you. So I'm opening up the email, and then I'm just gonna pull. You know what? If you can send me a message, I want to make sure. Send me your email, because if I look at my database, I have like 10 Michelles, so I don't know which one's you. So send me an email with your send me an inbox message with your email, and that way I can send it to you. I can send it to her, right, Michelle? Okay. Yeah, it is. It is like 4 of you in here, 4 Michelles, because y'all real names. Yeah. So, okay. Let me know if you're still here. Great for all the work, effort, and time, teaching, and support you give this community. Oh, thank you, Nika. I appreciate you, friend. Nika said, Nika, you're so funny. Oh, TikTok, you gonna have a nerve to give me a puzzle. I've been sitting up here talking this whole live. TikTok. And my community have been engaging. Y'all been engaging. I love it. Give me, Coach Jesse, I saw you send a request in Battle Talk. Give me about 10 minutes, because I want to say something else. I have something else I want to say before we get into like expectations for battling. Because I'm gonna say a couple of things. Yes, okay. So other thing I want to talk about. So we talked about 90 days. We agreed that we're not going to bring this up anymore. What do you do when there is a flashcard? A flash goal? Flash goal. You accept the flash goal. So I think that's what you're talking about, a flash goal. You accept the flash goal if you choose to. I think you should. I think it allows for a room to get a little bit more engagement. And a real time example is that my room went up a little bit after we had the flash go, and we achieved it. So it's an opportunity for your room, um, and for your room to get a little bit more engagement from TikTok. Because again, I tell you guys all the time, you gotta feed the beast. Thank you, Kat. TikTok wants to win too. That's probably the best way to say it. TikTok wants to win too. So that flash goal is a way for you to get engagement from your community. Okay? So you want your community to actively engage back. You want the comments, you want the likes, you want the shares. And TikTok also has that live goal, the flash goal, the gift gallery, all those other ways for people to support you. And that's important too. So you see that flash goal, I would say accept it most of the time. You may not get it all the time. Yeah, TikTok gave me roses. Yep. You may not achieve it all the time, but I think it's important to at least start making that attempt to get people to engage in your life. You said I didn't get a flash goal. I wonder if it's just later down the road. It might be. It might be. Yeah, got it. I ignore until I get clarity. Nurse Patricia, you're so cute. She said, I gotta understand this first. So yes, friend, you gotta engage. I hate typing on this thing. You hate. Oh, you're so funny. Pals is a YT girl. She loves the YT. I don't know what's the difference, friend. I don't like the YT. Thank you. You're welcome. Dr. Liz, honestly, TikTok wants us to engage from here with your room. Yeah, they do. That's why we get the puzzle pieces. Interesting. Okay. So I do think it is partially the community. I'm not gonna say it's not y'all, because y'all been doing what y'all need to do. More characters, less typos. Oh, okay. Interesting. I have to look at that. Flash goal is something you can accept or not. Is one gift per person that counts? Yes. This is definitely, I'm gonna ping your comment. It's definitely something you want to pay attention to, Nurse Patrice, just so that you understand essentially over time, I'm going to say this, over time, you want to get to the point where you're accepting it more than not. Okay? You don't have to accept it, but over time, you want to accept it more than not because TikTok is wanting, again, that engagement from that. So it's probably pretty telling in terms of how your room is rooming, how people are, I'm sure there's a whole analytics behind it, how people are engaging and what TikTok is expecting of your room. Okay? So just keep that in mind. All of it is connected. And I said that in a very, I tried to be as diplomatic and tactful as I could in our Zoom call that we had on Sunday. But essentially, it has to be balanced. Okay, it just cannot be you showing up, you sharing your information, you selling your products, offering your consultation, your coaching, all the services you have. It just can't be one-sided. You can't be the only winner. TikTok has to win too. It has to be balanced. So take that any way you want, but just keep that in perspective in terms of if the algorithm is saying, oh, let's do a flash goal. If there's your gift gallery is not getting filled enough, pay attention to that. Then go back and look at your analytics and see if they're going up or if they're going down. It's all connected. Okay? So I just want to, I don't know if enough people say that. I'm just being honest and direct about this. This is a game. There has to be balance in terms of who's winning. It just can't be one side. Not everyone gets them. Yeah, not everyone gets them. Thank you. You're welcome. Right. Yep. I seldom receive puzzle pieces when I greet fans by typing down here. Oh, that's what you're saying. So you're typing. I try to subscribe to your content. So Miss Darlene said that too. I need to go back and look. Maybe I need to do something. I'm not sure if I need to do something. I'll go back and take a look. Let me take a look. I'll take a look and see what is not working. Because somebody else, Miss Darlene said she couldn't. It was just here. And my subscription on my page, did you go on my profile, Sharella? If you went on my profile, it should have allowed you to do it from there. Because Superfan, hoping it was sub. Yeah, you're a super fan in here. In the live, you're a super fan in my live. This is for the live experience. for my content on my page, my videos. Actually, I'm about to put some videos out there for subscription focus too. But I think you have to go to my you gotta go to my profile and click my subscription there to do it. Um, yeah, so I don't think you can do it in my live. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe if you were on my actual profile and you clicked it, I think that's the problem. If you're here, maybe it doesn't work. Maybe you have to literally be in my live. So, I'm sorry, literally be on my page. Okay. Marketing. Let me talk about something real quick. So, we talked about 90 days. We got an extension. We talked about mindset. TikTok got me. However you want to do it, you can cancel. Yeah, you're not beholden to a subscription. Yeah, you can always cancel. I tell people that. Um, when it comes to mindset, we were talking about mindset. 90 days. We got 90 days. I don't want people to go back and say, okay, I didn't do anything over these 90 days. Just like if you didn't do anything in January or April or June or in September. So this is your chance to improve. A big piece of this, if you want to see yourself be successful here and you see yourself as a business, okay? With any business, you got to market yourself. You got to market that business, okay? So I want you to be in that mindset too. If you're sitting back and you're just showing up live, you're not talking about your services, you're not talking about your resources, you're not talking about information relevant to your audience. You're not talking to everybody. You know that, don't you? I say that all the time. You got to be talking to your audience, your target audience, your community, people who are interested in your topic. You got to talk to their pain points. You got to talk to their that demographic you're speaking to, and you got to talk to the way they think, the psychograph. And so just recognizing if you don't understand who you're talking to, that's probably step one. You need to figure out who are you talking to? Who's your audience? What are you doing? How are you speaking to that community in a way that your content, your topic is going to be relevant to them? Because they're going to swipe past. Okay? So that's going to be important. The other thing I will say though is that if you are not producing content and you're just going live 100%, then that's a problem too, because you're not marketing in that way. That helps your page get seen by other people. If you're using the right hashtags, if you're using the right catchy hook, you got engagement because people are commenting, all that matters. Okay? You said that's true. Thank you for sharing, Dr. Lisa. You're welcome, okay? So all of that matters. So you have to engage in the content side. You have to engage here in your live stream. And obviously the two things probably should be aligned in terms of the topic you're talking about and the audience you're speaking to. There needs to be alignment. So if your content side, some people use the trendy videos and stuff, that's fine. And that's a great way to get visibility. Don't get me wrong. But if your page, your live stream is focused on a certain topic, a certain demographic, then that needs to be reflected in your content. Okay? And, people will ask me to look at their content in their page all the time. And I see like dancing videos and other stuff. And you're like, well, why aren't people coming to my live stream? Are you dancing in your live stream? What you doing? Like what? Like there's an it's not congruent. Like why would I come here if your page is all about other stuff that you're doing? So recognize there has to be this alignment between the two. And you have to do that marketing. You got to talk about it. Okay, so I figure out why I overthink, because I want to write in the post description. That's the overthinking part. Don't overthink. You can write in there. Write something about your topic, something real quick. Don't overthink it. Use ChatGPT. Right? Ask ChatGPT to give you a description or a blurb for your post that you're doing based on Canva, based on the topic. Mm-hmm. And give it something in, 50 characters. It doesn't have to be super long. But I just wanted to say that because I know a lot of you guys are like, okay, you're frustrated. You're doing, okay, thanks, you're welcome. You're frustrated by people coming in your room and stuff, but are you marketing yourself? Are you doing anything to attract those people? And the analytics say you're getting views. The analytics says that they're sending out, their impressions are there. So I see the data. So some of you should be getting some of those people in your room. The question is who you're talking to, what you're talking about, what does your content look like? Okay. So I wanted to say that because I know sometimes this 90 days could be a tremendous growth for a lot of people, or it could be flat, or it could be a dip. So how are you going to look at your 90 days? By the way, you all can connect your ChatGPT to your camera. Yeah, you can. I saw that you could do that now. That's an interesting video to share. Can you break it down so it's a little more specific for me, please? So, Nurse Patrice, your content, you can easily have a video where you're doing the CPR in your video. You have live recordings. You can go back to your recordings. This is what I told our friend D. Go back to your recordings. Don't overthink it. You can create your own clip. You don't have to use the clips that are already there. You can create your own clip and just share the importance of people doing CPR training. For females, the importance of understanding the anatomy and how that's different than the male anatomy, and how it's important to make sure you're doing it correctly. You can have a series of videos that kind of breaks down different things when it comes to CPR training, whether it's gender differences, whether it's the positioning of your hands, whether it's using the fibrillator, is that fibrillator correctly, all that. So yeah, you said got it. That's it. That's it. Yeah. Okay. We are home now as well. What you mean we are home now? How you doing, Black Lotus? So yeah. So I just want to make sure I said that. I need for you guys to really dial in. What 90 days, Doc? I started this conversation off, NK, by saying TikTok got an extension again in the U.S. for 90 days. The U.S. government has given, the president has granted another 90-day extension to December 16th. So we got another extension. So I want people to think about this 90 days. So I started off kind of a little direct, especially for my people who haven't really taken action. If you're somebody who's been passive about this and really been like, oh well, I'll see, I don't know, then you gotta evaluate that. You gotta evaluate what you're doing. Do you really want to see this take off and grow? What are you doing to make that happen? Oh wow, that's good news. We'll use the extension wisely. There we go. There we go. That's the goal. That's the point of this. I want you guys to all use it wisely. So take note of what you're doing in your live stream. Take note of what you need to change. Take note of how you are maybe holding yourself back. Do you need more training? All my people in the room that's saying, okay, I want to be this type of creator. Maybe you want to be a TikTok coach. Where are you going to get your coaching from? Who are you training under? How are you getting information? What are you researching? What are you bringing to your live topic? Maybe you want to do something when it comes to life coaching, relationship coaching, whatever the case may be. What are you doing? Yeah, I need more training. There we go. So what are you going to do? You're going to get more training. You're going to have to make sure you understand how the platform works. Hello, friends. Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you all. Yeah, so that's so important. I don't want you guys to sit back and be like, oh, well, 90 days go by and you didn't get much more training. You only got 1 or 2 more posts you did. You might have gone live 6 times, 7 times at max. That's on you. You can't expect to grow. Being inconsistent, not showing up, not marketing your business. Because that's what this is. You can't expect to grow. There's so many rules. How do we keep track of them? Just make sure you, over time, it's pretty, basic knowledge in terms of what you can and can't do. Somebody said yesterday, so I just want to say this on the record. TikTok does not like you to drink on camera. I never said you couldn't eat. TikTok says you cannot drive on camera, on lives. Again, you can sit in your car. So I just want to make sure people understand that there are things that you can and can't do, but recognize that at the end of the day, is it safe? Is it something that you should be doing, driving and talking? And yeah, so yeah. Could you please make this YT live available for people? Paul said, I want to go. I want to see this. You gonna go back and replay it. I need all y'all to go back and watch my YT videos. I need to promote that more often. Yes, I drink water. Yeah, tell TikTok it's water. I don't want you guys to get a violation for it, but yeah, turn on your audience control, your content disclosure, and just say, hey, I'm gonna take a sip of this water. But obviously, I'm a person that says just lean over, drink your water. You ain't gotta be all just lean over, drink your water, have a straw, drink your water, and keep it moving. You said from the bottled water, smart water. Just be mindful of that. I mean, the algorithm is just that. They don't know what people are doing and on the camera and stuff. And I will say this. I mean, the community guidelines have become, they were enforced on the 13th, and they are pretty strict in terms of trying to make this a safe environment. And you have people who were doing all types of reckless stuff. And at the end of the day, TikTok's like enough is enough. So you probably will hear more about people's accounts getting taken and all types of stuff happening because people are being reckless. So just keep that in mind. We don't want accounts taken for not knowing, but at the same time, if you don't, just come up with an alternative way. You don't have to. What is comfortable? Again, think of it as a business. What is comfortable for us to do when we're not at work, we're not in our business. We may have to kind of reel that in a little bit and say, okay, well, what do I want to do here? This is what I'm going to do. How am I going to show up? Drip what off the screen. I'm going to talk to my community. I'm going to be, my authentic self, but at the same time, there's some things that I can and cannot do. I want to go live, but I can't get in my car and drive and go get my son and have the live stream going at the same time. TikTok's like, no, you can't do that. So just recognize there are things you can and can't do. Okay. So, and feel free to ask me. Like I said, if there's a question you have, if you're in the agency, I have the school platform, especially my new folks. I have that intentionally for you guys to go and look at and get all the information you need about the community guidelines. I even had it broken down based on some of the key things you need to pay attention to as a live host. So just recognize information is there for you. So just go look at it, make sure you understand. Again, when I was talking earlier, you gotta have to do your research, okay? Do your research. You're more than welcome to ask me questions, but some of this is stuff that you're like, okay, I need to make sure I'm doing what I need to do to be successful, okay? So, true. Thank you, Amanda. How you doing, friend? Let me know if there's any other questions about that. So market yourself. Don't let these next 90 days go by. Set goals for yourself. Okay. I tell you guys, and that's in the school platform also. Look at your live analytics. I have a whole video I did where I broke it down. Go look at your live analytics. You have data. I want this to be a data-driven approach to how you are conducting yourself online. And if your goal is to think strategically about, okay, do I want new followers? Do I want more engagement in my life through gifting and sharing and likes and comments? Do I want to get so many different super fans, number of super fans? Like, what's your goals? And then set those goals. And then now the question is, okay, how do I do research? Maybe other creators, and I go to their room and hear how they're talking about it, see what they're doing. And then I use some of those approaches in my live stream. You can absolutely do that. This app, you can go and bounce around as much as you can to get the information. You can go on a home screen, search on the home screen, and say, okay, what are people saying about this topic? Let me get an understanding of that. Okay, what does it mean? I talk about superfan and subscriptions all the time. I'm sure, without a doubt, your girl didn't do it, but I'm sure there's thousands of people that did a video content on superfans and subscriptions. I probably should do a video on it. How you doing, Harvey? Hello, the voice guru. I probably really should. I need to go back and look at my content and see if I can do a video on it. Can you set different stickers for super fans versus regular fan club? I haven't seen that you can do that. Somebody in the room tell me if you've seen that. I think they're one and the same. I haven't seen a difference yet. We need to do all the things when we watch each other's videos. That's it. Share and advertise your lives. Do I say, do as I say, not as I do. So yeah, so just know that there's plenty of places in this app you can go to get information. Okay, and you can always come here and ask me questions. I don't mind you guys asking me questions, but again, you have to take the onus too on what you want for your live stream, for your experience. Okay, I was able to upload a new sticker for superfans. Okay, so okay, that's helpful. Um, you said you were able to upload a new sticker for superfans, so the sticker is only for your superfans to access. Let me know if that's correct, friend. Um, Thank you so much. Reset my goal. Thank you so much, Kim. I appreciate your friend. Yes. Chantel, is it in the same area? Because I think I have, I didn't see one that said for super fans. I was just in that June. I have 14 or 15 stickers. I don't have a, I could add another sticker, but I didn't see one that said, oh, this is only for super fans. So let me know if that's what you're saying. But I think that's what you're saying. So yeah, let us know if you see the instructions for that. Thank you all for the gifts. I appreciate you, Kim. I appreciate you, all the people coming in. Thank you for the daily heart me, Did boss? How you doing, friend? So I know today was one of these kind of tough love conversations. I just want to make sure I say that. Honestly, good morning. How you doing, friend? Honestly, like I said, I felt like, I needed to say something because I want to make sure you guys are having, are taking onus of this opportunity, okay? Onus of your experience, onus of what you want for your live stream. It is not, let me be clear about what the agency is all about, because I want to make sure people, again, this is where it comes down to you. The agency, and this is any creator network agency, let me just be clear about that. Become an expert in your niche. That's it. Any agency that is here on these TikTok streets, any creator network agency, they cannot do your live for you. Okay? Let me break that down, because I want you guys to understand. So if you think an agency can just show up and do your live for you and promote your live and have a whole lot of people in your room, that is not how it works. There's not an agency on these TikTok streets that can do that. That is not how it works. People like you, me, anybody else in these TikTok streets have to want to stay in that live, even if they put money towards that live to promote it. You get views, but you don't get people to stay in your room. They keep swiping. So you have to run your live. You have to build that community. You have to do the research. You have to make sure you're communicating to your audience, the people you want to talk to. You said tell them. So if anybody says anything sideways about what I'm doing as an agency, a creator manager, or what any other agency is doing, I'm going to say at some point you got to take a hard look at yourself and say, what are you doing? You can't talk about an agency and what an agency will and won't do if you're not doing the work, because an agency can't do that for you. That is not an agency. They can't do your live. They can't make people stay in your live. You got to do that. Okay? So I want to make sure I say that. I want to say that very clearly, because I don't want nobody talking sideways about Dr. Lisa in your live because you're like, well, she ain't doing all. No, that is not how this works. You got to show up for you. You got to do the work. You got to do the training. You got to market yourself. You got to want to have people stay in your live. Okay? That's true. You have to turn those unique viewers into consistent ones. Absolutely. Okay? So I want to be clear about that. I don't want you guys to go back 90 days from now and say, well, I ain't getting nobody to come in my life. I ain't no. You didn't because you didn't. You didn't do nothing. You didn't show up. You weren't consistent. You wasn't engaging. You said this is so good. Good morning. How you doing, Raymond? You got to take ownership of you. You cannot blame anybody else. It has to be you. Yes. And they should be reciprocity for not just asking for gifts and taps. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. You got to show up. People ain't just going to keep tapping and gifting if they don't like what they're getting. So, in all fairness, why put expectations on the agency that we are not putting on ourselves? There we go. There we go. So you said real talk. Yeah, yes, you have to do the work. You have to do the work. I'm just going to say that. You got to do the work. I just popped in to say hi, exactly. You got to do the work. Now, I'm happy to do my Zoom meetings and train you. I'm happy to talk about all the different things you can do to think about your live stream. I'm happy to talk about the different features and the new enhancements and super plan versus super fan versus subscriptions. I'm happy to share all the knowledge, stuff that you ain't got to do as much. You can come here and learn and grow. I'm happy to talk about TikTok and the changes. I'm happy to help you if you are in violation or your account is banned. But I cannot open up your brain, like I said earlier, and pour information into it so that you can just speak it and just show up and be cute. No, that's not how this works. No agency can do that. I'm just going to say that right now. No agency can do that. if you didn't know that. TikTok don't operate that way. It is very much your business, your responsibility to show up. So I say that because again, I don't want 90 days to go by. And again, I told you I heard some misgivings and stuff about their live and stuff. And I want to be clear, like, yeah, but let's be clear. This is your live. It's not my live. It's not. So anyway, how you doing, T-Shops? So I just wanted to say that. Why do some people say some words that they're not supposed to say, but others spell them out? I think that's just part of the algorithm. Obviously, people have gotten in trouble, and so people will start spelling things out and stuff as a workaround. I think that's kind of a little game of telephone too, where you heard one person doing it, other people do it. But again, it's something where the algorithm does sometimes give people restriction or violation if they think you said something that was inappropriate. So yeah, so you do got to be mindful of it, but not everything has to be spelled out. And then because when you use a board, my content disclosure's on, so that typically allows for a little bit more flexibility when it comes to naming things associated with your brand, or maybe there's some companies or organizations you have to say as well. So yeah. So again, are we clear about agencies? That might be in my video. I might just have to take that video. They'd be like, Dr. Lisa, snap. But I may have to take that clip and just put that as content because I want people to understand that's not what's happening here. That's not what's happening here. And let you say yes. You said making a video. It needed to be said. It did need to be said. Now maybe the people who needed to hear it ain't in the room, but it did need to be said. So the people who needed to hear it, but they not here. But that's okay. But it needed to be said. I never saw that side. You said I never saw that side. I just want to be clear about that because I don't want people to go by making a video on school. You said making a video on school. This whole live probably need to be a live on school download. I walked in on that. Did you really? Raymond, no offense, Raymond. But I needed to say it because I think that's the misconception. And let's be clear. This board here says, yes, it's free to join a creative network agency. It is. And let's be clear. As an agency, you are running your own business, because it's a slow climb for any real, revenue to be generated. It's a very slow climb. If you guys did the math, you'll realize, like, oh shoot, for every essentially for every 30 diamonds, I get one diamond. Okay, so I mean that's essentially how this goes. It might be more than that. It might be like every 60 diamonds, I get one diamond. So just realize, because TikTok gotta get their cut, you get your cut, and the agency just gets a couple of percentage. That's it. So you do the math. If you're not getting diamonds in your room, what is the agency getting? But as you know, I'm pouring in my own upfront costs. I'm putting all my time in. I'm showing up consistently. I'm making sure I'm supporting everything that you guys are doing so that you guys can be successful, so that you can grow, so that you can be, your room is rooming and things are flourishing. But you got to show up. You got to do the work. That's the reality here. So I want to make sure I say that quite clearly, because for whatever reason, there's a misunderstanding. I'm about to do a friendly battle. Come join. Oh, friend, who are you doing it with? I'm here, but I didn't say anything, Dr. Lisa. Any agency is just an agency. I have other agents as an actor, but I have to do the work. There we go, friend. I have to go back to work. Raymond, got it. We need to work harder. Yes, you are. And I want to say I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Consider giving big gifts over the $10. Consider becoming a super fan. Just the thought. I thought, yeah, that's true. I understand, Dr. Lisa. I appreciate your support. Just the thought. Appreciate you, friend. Yeah. So no, again, I may put this out there on our school so people can hear it. Can you check why T chat was too long to type here? Okay, friend, let me check. Hold on one second. Yes, former talent agent here. I love hearing that you have to do 80% of the work. You do. You do. I had somebody, I'm just going to be honest. I heard somebody say, well, I'm not learning a lot. If you're not learning, it's on you. If you're not learning, that's a you problem. It ain't like the information ain't being given. That's a you problem. Because here's the reality. That means that you're not doing your own work to learn. That means that you're sitting back waiting for somebody to just hand it to you and then explain it again and again and again. That's a you problem. So you really got to check yourself. If you ever complain about anybody saying what they not doing for you or what they told you or what they should have done, they try to come through, then that's a you problem. Because you ain't showing up for yourself. You're not doing what you need to do. So that speaks volumes about you and what your expectations are. It's kind of entitled. So then you got to look at your own self in the mirror and say, okay, what do I need to do differently? How do I need to show up? Because apparently I'm not understanding some stuff here. Let me write some of this stuff down. Let me go back and do some research. Let me figure out where to research. Maybe I come to a live and ask some questions. That's a you problem. So again, we're all adults here. So we got to know how to do things, but for whatever reason, we're not taking that initiative. So we got 90 days to take that initiative. Where's the gaps in information? What do you need to fulfill? What do you need to fortify yourself so that you can reach your audience and talk to your audience? Where do you need to grow and learn a little bit more, maybe about the platform and some other things? It ain't that I'm not giving trainings. I come every Sunday, 6:30. I'm doing a training today at 6:30. I show up twice a day. I got the school platform. I got the group chats. So it ain't like it's not information that you can get access to. It ain't like you can do it on your own and go to other people's lives or go search on the home screen and look up different topics and stuff to talk about. So again, that's a you problem. So you gotta check yourself. I'm about to do an 80s battle. Oh, at noon. Okay. Run a bit behind. Okay, who's doing Yolanda's? I'm gonna transition to battle because I know Coach Jessie was here. She wants to talk about battles too. And then who's doing Yolanda's battle? That's at 12:30. She's doing the box battle. Yes, former talent agents here. I love hearing that. Yes, it's 80%. I have to get on the content. I know. Thank you so much. You're welcome, super fans. I'm so tired of autocorrection. Got you, friend. I like transparency and not sugarcoating, so I know how to set myself up for success. That's it. That's it. And are they asking questions? Nope. Exactly. You the problem. Yes, ask 80% of our time goes to the 20% of people actually doing the work. That's it. That's it. That 80-20 rule is real. Yep. Show up for yourself. 100% agency is a bonus. That's it. That is exactly it. Let's see. Let's see. Facts. Thank you for bringing light to this. Being front, I value that. Oh, appreciate you, Nika. Hello, how you doing, favorite? As loud and clear, Doc. Say loud and clear, loud and clear. Yes, say that, Dr. Lisa. I know, I know. You even do Zoom meetings individually. I know, I do the one-on-ones. I got 2 of them today. So you were not required as an agent to do all that either. I know it's not. And here's facts. Your girl be out in the streets at night. I hear the other agencies. I hear them saying their services. I know what they're doing. They're not doing what I'm doing. As a matter of fact, they actually call that out. Like if you need a lot of help and you're needy, we ain't the agency for you. Clearly said. Direct quote. We're not the agency for you. There's agencies out there that do that. We're not for you. So just recognize that no, that's not a requirement. That's not something I TikTok don't pay me for having a school account. The school account is coming out of my pocket. TikTok don't pay for my Zoom account. I had to do an upgraded Zoom account because of the number of people. They don't pay for that. That's me. Not required. None of it's required. Every agency does things differently. And so just kind of keep that in perspective. You know, a lot of it is I'm sharing with you all how to monetize. And I know I've monetized. And it does take work. And it's up to you to put in the work. So I just wanted to make sure I said that, you all. So come tap, tap, tap. Help as much as you can. Start now. Yeah, real talk, Doc. People have to know what's questions to ask, which comes with growth and learning. Yeah. But it also starts with them trying to put in an initiative to do the research too. I didn't learn it overnight. I kept going out and looking and searching, and you know, I tell you guys all the time, the question marks. I read the question marks. I go in, if something doesn't sound right to me, I go on a home screen and I search for that. I'm like, oh, okay, now I get it. Yeah, that's how it works. When we talked about Superfan, I did the screenshots. TikTok gave us the information, so I did screenshots, and then I just read what it said. And then when Superfans happened on Monday, and people were like, oh, what happens with the renewal? And I paid up front. It was clear. It's in black and white. I was like, oh, now I get it. I see what that means now. Yeah. So it's there. The information's there. Dr. Lee Chicago edition. Y'all got the Orlando version all these times. Oh, gosh. Y'all been getting Orlando all this time. I'm sorry. Chicago did come out a little bit. You said at least one tomorrow. That's you with Social and I am meeting with you tomorrow. I know they are not doing what you do. I know they're not doing what I do. Not at all. They are not doing what I do. Not at all. And many of the people in our agency, as you know, are beginners. And I understand, I respect, and I acknowledge that. And I love the teaching and learning part of my live stream. I get that. And I want people to grow. I want you to be successful. But there has to be an accountability in terms of you doing what you need to do too. You gotta hold yourself accountable. I show you data. I show you how to look at data. I explain things to you. You got to hold yourself accountable for doing that. You got to hold yourself accountable for how you conduct your live stream too. Because if your live stream is just made up of you showing up, barely looking at the camera, barely talking, or if your live stream is something where people don't feel like you're connecting with them, maybe you're doing other things in your live and they're like, okay, well, you're ignoring me, then you just got to be careful with that. I mean, again, your live may go up for one moment and then it goes down, because all that matters. There's something weird happening. If you went live after a few minutes ago, lives are silent. Huh? What you mean, like nobody's coming in the room? I'm heading over to Dr. Trish noon battle. See you all later. Okay, thank you, Coach Chantel. Appreciate you. Interesting. But yeah, I'm gonna let me transition because I need to. Coach Jesse, sometimes Chicago is needed. It is. I agree with that. Yes. My family don't like when Chicago comes out. They say, "Oh, she on her, she on this." But that means I got fed up. that means we didn't have a conversation too many times, and now it's time for me to say it a different way. I am teaching friends things I learned from you. I wonder why their agency hasn't told them. I know. And a lot of agencies, they don't do the research and the information I do. They don't do that. I was listening to a creator the other night, and it was the super fan stuff, and literally glossed over because like obviously I have the screenshots and stuff, but there was like two or three questions in our chat, and she's like, "Oh, well, I don't understand. Oh, I don't know." It was constant that, but recognizing that, yeah, they didn't do any information. They didn't do the research at all. Yes. Okay, y'all laughing at me. Can I come up? Okay, Kim. My family calls that the insert maiden name side of me. Hey, good morning. How you doing, Diane? Kim, you said, can you come up? Give me 1 second. I think I got a list of people. Hold on 1 second. Coach Jesse, are you still here? Let me give her the floor real quick so we can talk about battles. Real quick, we're going to talk about battles. I want to end on some encouraging words for people to kind of go forth and be great. That whole meeting you had with the rep, it was a process, and you shared it all with everyone. I did. Thank you, Monique. Oh, I appreciate that first gift. Look at you, friend. He's like, let me subscribe to this woman. Become a super fan. Appreciate the daily heart me. Yeah, it was a whole meeting, and I did share it all with y'all. I did. Thank you, TT. Thank you for that. Yeah. So yeah, people don't do that either. Yeah. So I tell you guys everything. I tell you, you're awesome. Oh, I appreciate you. I needed to say that. Just found you. Oh, that's sweet. Watch out for pretend super fans. Love your energy. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's what I'm here for, friend. Let me know if you have any questions. I am a creator network agency, so if you're interested in joining, there's the link in the corner. You can apply, and I can let you know if you are accepted. TikTok has rules in terms of who's eligible, but I'm happy to have you all come join us if you choose to. You are definitely not a gatekeeper. I'm not. Hey, I don't see value in that. I strongly believe if you put the information out there, and again, we're old enough, we're grown enough to process information and do what we need to do. So at the end of the day, it's up to us to, take the information and use it, apply it. But if you choose not to, if you choose to do things your way, if you choose to not engage at all, if you choose just to sit back and sit in the live and, you don't have people in your room engaging back, that's something where I would say you need to reevaluate what you're doing. That's what I would tell you. You need to reevaluate what you're doing. So I needed to say that. Coach Jesse, let me have you come up real quick, and then let's see. I think I had the voice guru. You're in here as well. Kim, did you want to come up too? So let's see if we can do these in like 2 minutes each, because I do want to get to Yolanda's live. I think that starts at 12:30. Hello, friend. And really quickly, I know Coach Marcel and Urban Eye Candy both should have responded to school. I didn't check, but they said they did in the inbox when I messaged them.
Yes,
Okay.
they did. They put the things on there. I didn't see their time or their time zone, so that I don't know. I did respond back to them for that information. And then Holly Q and Linus, Holly Q messaged me privately, so I did tell her to put it on the school post itself
Okay.
with and information, and then also making sure that Linus is aware. 'Cause I don't want her to forget that she's battling on Friday. But looking for her to respond as well to the post, just to make sure that everyone is on the same page. And then I have one person who responded to the post, but they just said they'll be attending. So I responded back to ask for clarity. Are you attending the battle? Are you, like, what exactly are you doing for the attendant? What does that mean? So, just looking for those people to respond back. And if that individual is looking to a battle, I mean, I don't know her TikTok name, so I don't want to say her full name here. But if she is looking to battle, then I'll need to know like her time zone, and and what time is convenient for her as well. So far
So
right
message
now,
me whoever name that is, so I can tell you the TikTok name. So you can message me
okay,
that, and I'll tell you who it is. Okay.
okay. So right now we have definitely two battles happening. So it'll be one at 3 p.m. Pacific, 5 Central, 6 Eastern, and then the other one, which is Marcel in Urban Candy. I don't know the time, and I'll message you about who that individual is. And we want to make sure that Lennis is responding and aware that she's battling on Friday at 3 o'clock. So, and I think that's it. So right now, I would say that that will be the cutoff, because that's all we have. Because we did say Wednesday will be the cutoff.
Okay. Okay. Perfect.
So they still could do it today, obviously, but that's it. After today, what we have is going to be what we have.
Gotcha, gotcha. And anybody else who wants to do battles, you can definitely coordinate your own. I am going to, so in the platform on my back end system, there is a way for me to create what's called a creator network led battle. And then there are some that are already in there. I think I may test it. So I think I'm gonna test it. I have to look and see at the dates and times that people have them set up. But I think I'm going to test it where we join another one that's in there already before I create my own. I think that's what I'm going to do and see
For
what that's
you,
like. I'm sorry.
you battling?
No, no, no. This is the agency. So these are where you guys can opt in to these opportunities.
Oh,
Yeah. So
okay.
with other agency people, other creators essentially. So let me look. I'll keep you posted. I just have to look at the times and the dates that are in there, because essentially it's from an agency perspective. You can create your own little agency led battle date and time, and so there's some that are already pre-created, and so I just need to
Oh,
do some research and see if we can jump in on those as opposed to me doing my own first. I would love to jump on in one of theirs just to see how it goes, and then we can kind
yeah.
of decide how we do ours. So I'll keep you posted, and I'll probably do it before the month of September is out. So I'm thinking we're maybe that's like a next Friday thing. So I'll look and see, or maybe something midweek. So I'll keep you posted though.
Okay. So
Okay.
yes, that's it. That's what we have for now.
Okay. Thank you, Coach Jesse. Appreciate you.
Okay, okay, no problem.
All right.
Okay, Chicago.
All
Bye
right.
bye.
So Yolanda's also doing her box battle. So that's happening at 12:30 in Eastern, which is 11:30 Central. and 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern. So she's doing two today, if I have the times correct. And so she'll do those two. You are welcome to join. She actually wants people to join, especially people who are new. There will be some rewards, some other stuff that you can hopefully get, but it's another way to kind of get used to box battles in that way. So I want you guys, encourage anybody to attend those. Just to be clear, agencies are just for live hosts, right? How you doing? How you doing, dates? Day rates. Creator Network. The Creator Network program is for the live stream. Yes, it is for creators that are going live. Yes, that's what it's based on. Yep. For the live stream, it's different from the TikTok shop program because they have a program over there for your TikTok shop. So it is different. So Creator Network program is for live streams. Yes. So let me know if that answers your question. Now I give information about content creation. I give information about TikTok shop. But the way creator networks are run is focused on your live stream and keeping you here as a live stream host and building your community and engagement from the live stream perspective. Okay. And then I tell you guys I don't have requirements. I just have encouragements. Again, just making sure that you guys understand how to go live, how to build your community, how to be successful, and then ultimately, there's ways you can do that. Battling is one; it's not required. TikTok Shop is another. Again, not required. Obviously, when it comes to super fans and making sure that you're thinking about your gift gallery, your live goal, all that stuff. So yeah. All right, friends. Let's go to the voice guru. Are you here? Let me know if you're still in the room. She might be gone. Let me know if you're still in the room. And if you wanted to come up, friend, I saw where you. Oh, you did. Hello.
I didn't leave. I'm here.
Yes. Hey, friend.
How are you?
I'm doing good.
Okay, so I had to give you your props. What you do as an agent for anybody who may be on here who is not with your agency is exceptional. It's something that you don't have to do. And I'm speaking this from the perspective of someone who, as a voice actor, I have a manager and agents for that's something totally different outside of TikTok. And yes, they work very hard, but I'm the talent and I have to do the work to improve my skill set, to get coaching, to always be on top of my game. Secondly, I had a different agent here on TikTok who shall remain nameless, and it was not a great match. It was not a great fit, and they did not do an nth of the things that you offer. So just know that those of us who are here appreciate you, recognize what you do, and anyone new, if you are considering, observe her. She's the real deal.
Yes. Thank you. I appreciate that, Carol. You're so sweet. Thank you. Thank you. Like I said, if y'all win, I win. TikTok wins. We all win. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a situation where I can be passive about this. This is something where I'm passionate about. I want you guys to be successful, and I'm doing it so that hopefully you're learning and growing, and you can be successful. That's the goal.
Thank you. I just want to say thank you for all you do, and I'm gonna get off because I know you want to go to another live.
All right, appreciate you. All right, bye-bye. Thank you. Hey Kim, I'm inviting you now to friend. Hello.
Hi, Dr. Lisa.
Hello.
I wanted to just go a little bit
You broke up.
deeper in the whole niche thing because I did. How do I sound now?
Okay, you're better.
Okay.
Yeah. So I missed the part that you were saying. So.
Okay, good. I was saying I wanted to talk about the niche thing.
Okay.
Because I think if I come, and this is from no perspective, if I come into someone's room and want to support them simply because I like them as a person, that doesn't mean it as you're sitting there, there is no real dialogue, or there is no set goal, meaning what we talk about. So, or what we're talking about in that particular room, it's establishing here on TikTok who you are. It's all saying who am I talking to, like who are the people I want to reach, and the third part of that is doing the research around and becoming expert in your area, right?
Right.
I struggled with this for years. I've been a coach for 15 years, and I'm speaking from a place of experience. I talked about blanket relationships for years, just anything relationships, 7 ways to meet your soulmate, 5 ways to do this, blah, 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 blah. What I found is, and I had to, did a lot of research. I've been doing this for a long time. The issue was not what I was talking about. I needed to niche down even more, right? So in other words, I said, these people can't have good relationships because they need to heal. Bingo. That was it for me. Kim, let's talk about healing. Let's talk about your real life experiences. Let's talk about the things like that are going to help people progress, right? And get better. And I literally write out my bullet points every single night. I get my journal prompts, I get my affirmations, and I'm ready. So I'm not sitting there just kicking the woolly bobo with whoever shows up in my room. I am intentional. I am purposed. You cannot be successful if you do not know where you're going.
Right.
Period. And I needed to add to that, and I'm not going to stand because I know you got to go, but I just wanted to add to that because I know something must have happened, Dr. Lisa, that got you on this little tangent and brought all of that Chicago out of you, and I love it. Thank you. And I also want you to know that, whatever your niche is, like crocheting, who cares, right? Tell people about the different paints. As you're painting, what's the difference between oils? What's the difference between water-based? Whatever it is, be pointed, be intentional. Because people will come to you. You will find your tribe by your vibe. Right. And it's okay to be silly, and it's okay to be fun, and still do what it is that you do.
Exactly.
And be successful at it. So that's really what I had to say. In addition to that, though, Dr. Lisa, you are absolutely amazing. And I mean that. And I tell people this when you come in my room, you calm to my spirit. I've been doing this a long time, but never, even when I was searching around, learning stuff from all these different people, you were the calm person. You were the person who spoke to me. And I was attracted to your vibe, and I became a part of your tribe.
Aww.
And I love you. You're so dope. You're amazing. And so Chicago meets New York because I'm kicking indoors, and I don't care. Right?
Right,
it's
right.
All right. It's all right.
Every now and then, we got to kick some doors in.
Yeah, you got to show, yeah. We got to show them what we're working with.
Right.
So damn back up. I love y'all. I love all of y'all. Y'all be blessed. I'm out of here.
All right, love you
can
too.
Disconnect me now.
Okay, take care, friend. Oh, that was funny. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate all y'all. No, seriously. I don't want y'all to feel like, okay, you know what, y'all got her riled up. I hopefully this was helpful. Okay. I don't let things bother me, but I think I needed to say that. I needed to say that because I want to manage expectations, because I don't want there to be a misunderstanding. And again, we got an extension. We got another 90 days. So I don't want 90 days to go by and people are still doing what they've been doing. And then they look back and be like, well, I didn't get anything from this. Again, I just want y'all to be intentional in your 90 days. That's all I'm going to say. Just need you to be intentional in your 90 days. That's it. Okay? Absolutely helpful. You're welcome. That's fire. What part of the sky did she fall from? Absolutely in the room. Thank you, Dr. Lacey. Welcome. Clear boundaries are helpful and healthy. Yes. Yes. So I just want y'all to be successful. I don't want you to come back and say, I ain't learned that in 90 days. That's like my kids. When I say how was school, they say fine. What did you learn? Nothing. How you didn't learn nothing? So that's a you problem. Ain't nobody. I'm sure the teachers wasn't sitting there like this the whole time. So now you got to say, why didn't you learn something? We throw hands for Dr. Lisa. So yeah, so that's all I'm saying, y'all. We got 90 days. We got 90 days to get this right. Okay? And you got to figure out where do you stand in this conversation. Okay? So I appreciate everybody here. Real quick roll call. Do y'all want to put it in the chat? Let me know. Like I said, I know Yolanda. She's doing her 12:30. I'm going to jump over there and support. Currently, I think Vibe Wellness Woman is live. Oh, there's a few creators out there. Oh gosh, look at y'all. There's at least 5 people live right now. Dr. Trish, Mr. Arlene and Dr. Trish are battling right now, so they are battling. Their battles are all have started essentially, and then eNurse is live as well as, like I said, Vibe Wellness Woman. So yeah. All right, friends. Thank you so much, Coach Rhonda. How you doing? So I will see. Maybe I will put this out there on school so we can have people listen. And we're gonna say 90-day conversation. This is a mindset conversation, hopefully, and with a little sprinkling of teaching and learning in the room, and but mainly mindset. And let me know if anybody has questions. If you are not a part of the agency, you are welcome to join. It is a free program. I'm happy to share all the things I do to support you in your growth, and message me if you have questions as well. All right, friends. I will be back at 4. I will see you guys later. I'm happy to answer questions. I know I didn't do as much today, so I'm happy to answer questions as well as maybe do a little bit more mindset stuff that we need to. All right, friends. Take care. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate everybody joining. Pals, you said I was supposed to look at your comment. Are you still in the room, friend? I didn't shut the lockdown. Dr. Lisa, would it be, hold on. I'm scared of you. Whatever, friend. You said, would it be a good idea to put promotional, hold on one second, it went away. Put promotional disclosure on my live when it's not. I get restrictions for voting. Say that again. Okay, wait a minute. Let me look over here. It says, on my live, even when it's not, I get restrictions for promoting when I'm not. Does it hurt me? I would turn it on. I mean, what's the concern with having it on? I think you should turn it on. I think so. Because maybe that'll stop the restrictions. I would say turn it on. Let's test it with it on, maybe for a week, and see what does that look like for your live stream. I think that's what I would do. Test it out, see what it's like, and okay. Concerning that, Daddy TT will call me a liar. Yeah, test it out. Daddy TT won't call you a liar. I think they saying it. Are you talking about like the fraud? Okay, thank you. I'll try that. Yeah, let's try it for a week and see what's happening. I wonder if but that would have been a violation. So that's a different one. But yeah, so test it. Let's test it for a week and see what's going on. Okay? I put this new gloss on. It's glittering. Okay, you're welcome. Take care, friends. See you all. Let me head over to the other side, the TikTok streets. All right, take care.